Hey, what is up, challengers? It's Tim with the Juice. I am so excited on behalf of everyone in our company that you are betting on yourself to do this. And that's a big phrase we say a lot. Is most people, they why did they make it? Why didn't they make it? And really for us, a lot of it comes down to mindset, and do they believe in themselves, and do they have a proven process to help them believe in themselves? And that's what we want to do over these 4 weeks. So we talked about some changes we want to start in a private Facebook group of where you are now and where do you want to be in those 4 weeks. If you do everything right, if you're 100% accountable, you're dialed in, where are you? What is different? Because this challenge comes from change, and that's the thing we want to do. We want to start building on some awareness, some mindset, breathing, mobility. We call these our base of support for real training on top of it. And you see it all the time. People try and load intensity, and that's good. But what supports intensity is recovery. What supports intensity is your body's ability to move well, to breathe well, to have positive thoughts when things get intense and it gets hard. So this is where we play the game a lot of times with our very top athletes. Everyone sees that Gatorade commercial and that montage of, oh, they're doing this crazy thing, when really we're saying, hey, Stephen, which is how this all started with Stephen Lambden before really the 2016 Olympic qualification, before the Olympic trials. Everyone says, what did you do differently? And we actually sent him to Poland to work on breathing with Wim Hof. And so we actually went to Poland and trained with him personally there for a week. So people think it's this, and those are important. You can't get there without the right training. You can't get there without all of that. But if that's the only thing you're doing, we're here to show you how the deeper parts really work. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to start week 1 right here. There's a lot of content this first week. So hopefully you're motivated to make some changes, and we have to keep focusing on that of where are you going to be in these 4 weeks. I'm going to share my screen here and take you through it and where to find everything. So starting at the top, week 1, the theme here is awareness, right? That's where we start. People want to, again, same thing, they want to dive in. Let's do it. Give me this and let's go run 30 miles. Cool. Let's understand how your body works and how these things are for nutrition, fueling, mobility, breathing, visualization, meditation, and mindfulness. These are our main focus points. Before we even start, right? So before we even get started here, I want you guys have a task to do first, okay? And it may make you uncomfortable. That's okay, because you're going to be very uncomfortable during this challenge a lot. But we also know that change doesn't come from being comfortable, right? Change comes at the end of our comfort zone. You've probably seen that before. You've heard that before. We really believe that. That's why for all of our top athletes, we're trying to find different things to challenge them constantly and little tasks to do. And again, how this specific challenge started was back again with Stephen Lambden. I'm constantly finding new things to test on him to make a change. And it's easy to get stagnant, right? And I said, hey, before the team trials this year, I wanted him to visualize every day for 21 days. And it was awesome for him. He was up. I think he beat everyone by maybe 20 points at the team trial, something crazy. Who knows? Maybe 50. I don't know. Who keeps track? But we know that having these things, these small changes, add up to enormous changes. Any one day you may feel like, oh, that wasn't much. And that's actually kind of what we want you to feel there, is how the real parts of this happen. So tomorrow, starting off your first task, is I want you to write a short note to yourself of what you currently struggle with and what you want to be able to do to overcome it. Because at the end of it, we're going to look back and see how that helped, right? And where are you going to be if you're 100% accountable, right? What helped, and if you're 100% accountable, where are you going to be in 4 weeks? I'd like you to take a before photo. You don't need to post this. This is private. If you want to post it, go for it. There'll be a lot of public things we're doing for that uncomfortableness. All right, I want you to get in the feels a little bit. But you don't have to do this, but sometimes we make these changes, but we only notice it's like a kid growing. Every day, they don't notice themselves getting taller, but over 6 months, you go, wow, if you didn't see someone, you grew this much, right? Same thing for you. In these 4 weeks, you may not notice a change, but when you have something to look back on, we can go, wow. That's why the note is important. That's why this before photo is important. And also, this is totally optional and private. But if you do want to do a before scale or InBody scan. And while this isn't a transformation challenge, this isn't a lose 30 pounds in a week challenge, some people will realize some really drastic body composition changes from getting their lifestyle habits dialed in. And that's how that works. We'll be going into more and more of this over time. Don't need to belabor the point. Your week 1 tasks. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Week 1 is all about awareness. And your habit this week is finding one habit that you can implement every day for the next 4 weeks. We're starting small, right? Really small. What's a habit? And your task is to chew each bite of food 28 times. And there's a reason for this. We're going to break this down over the weeks. But what happens is you go to Whole Foods and you're like, I'm going to eat so good. And you buy a $20 box of food and you take 2 bites and you digest it. And we always joke that you just took a really expensive poo. That's what happened. Your body can't break it down. You don't get the nutrients and the nourishment, right? These words are root words. Nutrition, nourishment come together for your body to break it down well to get the benefits of that. So this is where we start. The second thing that's going to happen here by chewing your food 28 times every bite, you're going to put your fork down. You may actually talk during a thing and not just inhale everything you're eating. You're going to start to be aware of what you're eating. What are you smelling? What do you notice about the choices you made? Are you halfway through it and like, I am already full, versus trying to eat so fast that you're eating faster than your body can send a signal to your brain that you're full? Again, we're going to be breaking these down over the week. I don't need to belabor all the points here, but that's your challenge, and it's hard, and doesn't mean to be perfect, right? The part of this challenge isn't that you're perfect, there's no misses. That's okay, but try and do that every meal. It's a lot harder than you think, but the benefits of digestion, recovery, absorption are absolutely enormous. That's the first one. So every meal, and there's more in there that you've got via email. It's posted in the Facebook group, the full details. The second part is visualization and mindfulness. You will also do this every day. I've created a couple playlists, actually one playlist I put in a few areas for you of 28 tracks. There's 28 days, I made 28 tracks. You have the links here. It's on juicecompound.com/structured visualization. And it's also on SoundCloud because I'm super hip like that. So you can actually download this playlist to your phone and have it with you anywhere. Yes, you can listen to the same track every day for 28 days. Yes, you can listen to a different one every day. That's up to you. If we go to juicecompound.com/structured visualization, you'll see the playlist here of stuff. And we have things of sport-specific visualization that is ultra specific. It's basically cognitive behavioral therapy of getting people ready for competition. If I go here to the SoundCloud, it's the same track. I've also added in daily gratitudes and meditation, how to relieve anxiety, musts versus shoulds, some of these things about hard work versus patience for kind of more of a entrepreneurial focus. Guided meditations, relaxation. There's so many different things. We even have the Wim Hof breathing track on here. If you want to just follow along and have Wim Hof walk you through it, it's all in there. Okay, down here to ownership. If you don't listen to Jocko, we love him on here of the extreme ownership approach. Those are all in there for you in the track, again, on the site or on SoundCloud. Either way you do it, you're going to listen to one of those every day. Most of them, I've cherry-picked them, so they're almost all 15 minutes and under, hopefully 10 minutes and under. And most of this stuff should really be under 30 minutes total in the day. It's awareness, right? It's not intensity. We don't start off with day 1, 30-mile run, or day 1, hit this, do max effort 1 minute air bike cows. That's later. That's something we build to, actually, right? And again, keeping with the theme of awareness, why did you choose these tracks? I want you to reflect. Why did you choose that one today? What did you need in that? Or what did you get from it? And that's really important. Finally, 3 times a week, we're going to do alternating, and it's your choice. You can do them back to back. You can do 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, mobility and breathing. And our mobility coach, Corey Hill, who is awesome, he's a national champion fighter, so he's walked the walk. He's trained with Olympians. He was part of our Olympic prep camp in Rio. He does Stephen Lambden's mobility prep. He runs the mobility lab there that we're launching this year. He's put together a brief sequence of mobility pieces for everyone to get started with. Same thing. This is awareness. Are we starting off with the hardest stretches we know in the world? No. We're starting off with things to get you a good base that will be plenty hard relative to your level, and every week we're going to progress. And that's how real training goes, right? Real training isn't day one, you do the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits in the chair. Day one, you start with, guess what? Day one. That's how it works. So for the mobility, we have a link here, and I'll show you. It's on our YouTube right here, if I can get the clicker to go. Right here, actually. And it's Corey. He's going to actually walk you through different stretches, really simple work that you're going to be seeing. And you ready? You're going to do these 3 movements. You're going to do them 5 times through for 10 each. So it'll take about 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to do this 3 times a week. It's pretty simple. You won't do it as awesome as Coach Corey to start. Again, he's been doing this for years. But we will get started. Getting started is the most important part. Then we have our Wim Hof breathing. I have it in an instructional video here. I have the track on SoundCloud link, and I have the full text if you just want to read it. So we have you all taken care of there. And it's a breathing series, aerobic backbone for basically any sport you do is king. You have to have that. We build off of that. We'll get into this over time. Right now, to start doing it over 28 days, you'll be learning how this works. But right now, 3 times a week Wim Hof, 3 times a week mobility, every day visualization, every day chewing your food and awareness. So here's how it works. Finally, accountability. You're probably going to read this a few times. Change, and we've seen this happen with athletes around the world, individuals around the world, people just wanting to lose weight, feel better versus make the Olympic team, make the CrossFit Games. These goals you have in a bubble don't work. They don't change. And I don't care but for me, I'll do this. I don't like to do it. What happens is, what we're saying is we're not betting on ourselves. So you're saying, that way if it doesn't work, no harm, no foul, I won't be embarrassed. And what I want to challenge you to do tomorrow is that post, right? On Monday, you're going to put yourself out there. And if you just got uncomfortable, good. I hope you're super uncomfortable. I hope you feel like, man, Tim is a jerk. Good. I want you to feel that, because that's where change is going to happen. Okay? You're going to make your post. You're going to rip the Band-Aid off, and you're going to get momentum. I want you to post why you want to take on this challenge. What got you to be here? What did you realize needed to change? This can be a photo on Instagram with a post. It can be a video. It can be just text on Facebook. Your call on there, but make it happen. The more vulnerable you can be, I'm going to tell you this, the more vulnerable you can be, the better. Now, I'm not saying it has to be a barrier. There's no, it's got to be this much. That's you. It's your challenge. But I'm telling you from doing this, and again, you might hate me from here, the more vulnerable, the better. Putting it out there is the only way it works. And you saying, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to just do it for me. I don't need to do that. Tim's full of it. I get it. I've heard it before. I've heard it 100 times. And I always say, cool, don't. Cool. And what happens? The change doesn't happen, or it doesn't happen as much as other people's changes. And then 6 months, a year later, they finally do it. And what does everyone say? I wish I would have put myself out there sooner. It wasn't that bad, but it's this fear of what's beyond the wall is what keeps us from doing it. So I'm challenging you to go beyond that wall tomorrow. While you have momentum, do it. Bet on yourself and do it. Okay? That's the start. From there, that's Monday. You're going to have a daily accountability post. You're going to do a post every day for 28 days. Not in our private group. That's the trust tree. This is where we share hardships, ask questions, motivate people, stay accountable, etc. But just posting you did it in the Facebook group doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's the easy way out. I'm sorry, that's the easy way out. You're going to make a public post, your choice of platform, but not in our private group, of what you noticed and what you were aware of. That's what we're starting with, what you're aware of. You got to tag the juice, and you've got to tag you can tag a coach if you want. That way we can know. We actually do check on these. If you've been noticing in our Facebook group, we reply to everything, right? Because that's how we keep you accountable. We're not saying, oh, do this challenge and it's gonna, it's kind of funny to get you to do it. No, this is how we know who's playing the game all in. What was the first thing you posted? I'm all in. Good. I want to make sure you're all in for 28 days, because just wanting the change is the first step. That's the hardest step. But now we have to actually do it. We got to play. It's like you got all the gear, you got all the stuff. Now you got to show up to the gym and do the reps, man. You got to hurt under the bar a little bit. You got to have some pain on the air bike. And not everybody wants to do that. Everyone wants to be a champion, but nobody wants to do what the champion's got to do to be a champion. And it's time to do champion stuff. So I want you, whatever that means for you, make that post every day. And it's awareness. And it could be about nutrition. It could be about mobility. It could be about the breathing. It could be about the mindset, the track, the struggle you're in, the progress you made. There is no, again, there's no, you have to say this. Here's your script. Read it like a good little boy and girl. This is about you and your journey. So I'm challenging you again to do that. And I'm being very upfront because not everyone can do this. And not everyone's going to have the change, but the people that will, this is what you'll do every day for 28 days. I left the tags there so you know how to reach us. So that way we can see your progress. The second one is Sunday. Next Sunday, every week you'll make a weekly reflection post of what you learned. We'll get into that more at the end of the week. The main thing here is starting tomorrow with why did you do this challenge and why are you here? I want to know really badly, actually. That's why I'm a coach. I'm a coach. This is my full-time job. This is not my hobby. This is not a thing I do on the side when I have a couple hours left over on the week. I'm a full-time coach for individuals who are motivated to change their life around the world. And if I don't know what is making you tick, I don't know how to coach you then. So you have to help me help you. Help me help you, right? That's Jerry Maguire. So if anyone here is under 30, I apologize, right? Hopefully you get that. If not, that is what we're playing. This is the level we're playing the game at in this group. And if not, if this is something you can't do, no harm, no foul. You can exit gracefully. You can just leave the group and no one's going to pick on you. No one's going to say, hey, I can't believe they couldn't do it. I get it. The change is hard. But if we want you to really make a change, I'm telling you how it works right now. And if you're going to do this, you're going to do this first step. I want you to go all in. Bet on yourself. Write that note to yourself. Where are you going to be? And then put it out there for everyone to see. And what you're going to notice is everyone is really, really freaking supportive of you. Everyone wants you to win. It's only us that doesn't believe in ourselves. You'll see so many people say, yes, I've wanted you to do this. Yes, what took you so long? Yes, I can't wait to see where you are in 28 days. And you're going to be blown away by how many supporters you have. And guess what? If you have a hater, first of all, that means people are noticing and people are jealous, and you have an army of people who are going to come to your support now, right? Tell me you don't think the 150 people here are not going to rally around you if you have a hater. And second of all, I'd be shocked if you do, because people want you to win. They want you to win. It's only that voice in our head that tells us we're not good enough, we're not able to, etc. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. Only when I get this together. And that's why those visualization tracks are so important. Because we get our body right, we get our mind right, and now you're unstoppable. So that's day one. That's the first week. Sound off. Leave me some love here in the group. I'm going to email this to you. I'm going to put it up on YouTube and email it out to everyone. I'm going to post it in our private group. Let's rock it, you guys, and it's going to be amazing. I'm doing this challenge. My wife is doing this challenge. We are all in here, and I cannot wait to see what you guys accomplish and what we accomplish as a group. We're going to change the game. All right, let's do this.